Hello, this is Steve from Bedo's Leatherworks. Today's project is this very cool backpack. Now, it's been around for a long time and it's seen better days. And eventually things wear out and we get holes in the leather. So what we're going to do today, we're going to replace this bottom piece, condition the rest of the leather trim, and just wipe down the bag and just do a general cleaning and make it look presentable again. All right, let's get started. All right, welcome back, welcome back. We've got this Louis Vuitton bag that we're basically going to replace the bottom piece. And we're going to try to see if we can get the tint of the leather, the color, as close as possible to that shade. I mean, there's lots of different shades, obviously, from the stain to regular. And over time, it just kind of tints to different shades, and we're going to see if we can blend in the bottom as best as we can to make it look like, well, it's not going to look old, but it'll look close to broken in look, I guess. It's a nice bag. Now this is, all right, let's code this real quick, right? All right, let me see if I can show you guys. All right, the date code on this is in the behind the strap, front strap. So it's MI1915. Okay. So if you look up in the code, the Louis Vuitton code, just Google it, codes for Louis Vuitton bags, and you'll see that MI is made in France, and the first number, I'm sorry, the first and the third number are the weeks of the year that was made, and the second and the last number are the year that was made. So this was made in 1995. It's approximately 30 years old, and it was made the 11th week of the year. Okay, that's the way that you can decode these. So this is about a 30-year-old bag, and you know, it's seen its wear. I mean, it's something that, especially in the high traffic areas, what we call it, in the corners, it's going to wear out fast. Seems like it's been a long time I've done a video. Every time I want to try to make something always comes up and pulls me away, and I don't get a chance to make the video that I want. But I figured this would be a good one. It's not too big of a project, and fairly easy to do. Just the tinting the leather is going to be the difficulty part, but not a big deal. No big deal, me. All right. So now we get to make a pattern of what we have here. It's important that you make a pattern because you want to follow exactly what you've got. So when you put it back together, it'll fit. It won't be so bad. We'll always mark the center. It's already got a little notch there. Do you guys see that little notch? Oh, is it on that side? Yeah, it's right there. Let's see, where is it at? See it right there. That's a notch. Basically, they mark it on the bottom and also on the side piece. So when you're stitching it, those two line up. You've got a few of them here and there you got to kind of look for. And basically I'm just going to put little pen marks That way I can take that mark, transfer it to the new leather piece, and once I stitch everything back up, everything should line up. And we want to make sure we got to put everything back the same where we got it from. That's important. So been a little bit busy at the shop. Things are getting backlogged, and didn't get a chance to make the video. Sometimes it's just kind of mental draining, you know. It's not simple to make videos. It just takes a lot of time to, you know, to get things done right. Move the camera, move the lighting, review what you did to see if it looks right. If it's not, you got to do it over. And it's just, I was just kind of mentally drained in making videos. Well, I wanted to, but just couldn't find the time to do it. Mental health is so important, man. I mean, people just kind of like gloss over it, you know. If you don't have your mental health healthy, then that leads to a lot of other problems. Physically, I'm good. Physically, I can work all day. But it's just that mental state of mind is difficult sometimes to continue to do what you're doing. But you got to do it. That's just part of life, you know? Take it one step at a time, they say. And that's what we've been doing. Well, it's me, it's all me. There's nobody here. That's why things take a long time sometimes to get done. Because I'm a one-man shop and nobody helps me here. Well, there used to be Louis. Louis used to come in. Louis is just he's like not a family friend, but a childhood friend, I should say. I grew up with him. And he doesn't really work here. He just comes and hangs out and keeps me company a couple of days a week, and you know, we eat lunch together and we goof around. But he hasn't been around for 2 weeks. I don't know. I can't find him. You know, I've been calling his number and nobody's answering, and can't get a hold of anybody to see what happened. If he's still even alive, I don't even know. I have no idea. I checked the obituaries and I didn't find his name, so that's a good thing, I guess, you know. So I hope he's doing all right. Yeah, that's us right there. This picture was 30 years apart. So he's come and gone in my life, you know, and lately he's not around. We'll find him. One of these days we'll see what he's up to. But anyway, he's the only person who came and helped me out, just kind of tied up around the shop a little bit, and just kept things organized. But he hasn't been here in 2 weeks. Now, you know, if somebody's not around, you really do know why, you know, when they're here, what they were doing, you know the value of a person when they're not with you. So we've got things backlogged and trying to get things done. One pair of shoes, one bag, and one jacket at a time. So if you've got something with me, please be patient. I'll get to you as soon as I can. All right, let's continue. Now this is the difficulty part. You have to find a formula that is the right color to try to blend in the new leather to the old leather. I use Phoebe's dye, different shades. I mean, I don't know which shades. This is the dark brown, this is yellow. You got to experiment and to see which one works for you. Okay, there's lots of different colors I mix and match in order to get to that right tone. So you just got to play around with it and see which one works the best. I use an airbrush that I bought off of eBay, which is like $100. Came with a compressor. It's a small piece of compressor. It's on the side over there, and it's fine. It works just fine. You don't have to get anything this expensive, and you just have to play around with it to make sure that you're comfortable with it, the shades are right, and you're good to go. All right, so a couple of sample pieces. Again, it's not going to be 100%, but you're going to try to get close as you can, you know? Maybe we'll add a little bit of more brown to that because it's still on the lighter side. But don't forget, this is still got to dry. We'll put some conditioners on it. It's going to change a little bit once it dries and it's finished. Hey man, why don't you change that filter? I knew it was coming. So here, for that one person who thought about saying change the filter, this is just for you. Hey, we got a new filter. All right. You happy? Let's continue.
All right, welcome back. We are done with another project. I think it turned out pretty good. The shade is pretty much spot on. Now, you remember when I sprayed that bottom? This is mixture of rubbing alcohol and water mixed together. Now, a couple of reasons I do that. One, to soften it up so I can turn the leather right side out. Also, to stain it a bit, because you want to have the leather that you put on to be dirty a little bit to blend in with the rest of the bag. Unless you're replacing all the leather, then you got to kind of be careful not to stain it because you're replacing all the leather. Now with this one, as you can see, there's a lot of stains on there, right? You see all those? Those are your just basic, dirt. When the leather becomes like it gets a patina, it always darkens up and water hits it, it absorbs it, and leaves a little bit of watermark. Now you've got a bag that's got a brand new bottom. Doesn't really look like a bottom, brand new, but because it is a bit dirty, I can still dirty it up with the oils in my hands just to kind of blend that in. But I think it turned out pretty good. So this job was $685 if I'm not mistaken, and I think it turned out pretty good. I think the customer will be happy. Now I did break the drawstring on it as I was tugging on it. I'll put him a new one. That's not a big deal. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Comment, share, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. We'd greatly appreciate it. And I promise you guys, I've got tons of videos, ideas of videos. I just got to get my butt on it and finish it up and get it done. All right. Thank you again for joining me. We'll see you guys again on the next project. Take care.